Before a pre-app is submitted for your self-build, here's all the list of jobs that you need to complete before that. Okay, great. So before the pre-app, does anything else need to happen? Do I need to arrange, say, a survey of the site?
Yes, obviously to achieve a feasibility scheme, a feasibility scheme is, a very euphemistic term for measuring up and drawing a design. That's effectively what it usually is. Obviously, at the same time, you're trying to answer you're trying to find out what you don't know as well. Any issues that are arising, you can do a planning search. Those can be done online. There's plenty of advice for self-build organizations for conducting all sorts of searches on issues such as title and planning restrictions and so on. The local authorities all have interactive maps that make it very, very graphically simple. I especially appreciate that. I'm a very visual person. I've educated myself on a very lengthy academic course, which I always like to say involved a lot of colouring in and a lot of big picture books. And I do think we communicate architects in the round, as I was just describing about with the pre-app. So it's a good there's a good amount of research that you want to do before you come to an architect to try to find out whether there's anything that's going to put the kibosh on any project even before it starts. And then, of course, you're going to if you're going to hire an architect to try and find out whether the site's going to suit your ideas before you commit to buying, then you do want to have some kind of survey. That can be very simple. You can take, if it's a plot of land, you can take the simple outline of it and some photographs, and you can make sort of your best guesses to suit the scheme, because the scheme can be very straightforward, just setting out volumes and trying to appraise a very simple idea of the changes of levels that there might be. The whole time I'm talking, I'm imagining a kind of beautiful woodland scene where there's a small clearing, but the whole thing's up on a strange sort of slope and, I don't know, some bucolic ideal. But of course, that could just as easily be a very obscure plot in town with lots of difficult neighbours, strange changes of level, walls surrounding it, other buildings. Ultimately, when you go for planning, if you've committed yourself to buying that property already, because the kind of logical order is that you've found a site, it remains available while you test out your ideas, either with a feasibility or without, and then you commit yourself to purchasing, and then you set about doing a planning application in earnest. Of course, a planning application can be submitted on any site, anywhere, as many times as you like, as many simultaneously as you wanted to do, with or without the owner's permission. Obviously, anybody that does submit planning applications on other people's lands without needing their permission is running the risk of raising the value of that person's land and of losing out of their own sort of endeavours. So it's not normally something that people do. But I would say that's like a kind of logical order, and you're going to get a survey at the point that you've kind of committed and you bought the land before you then, in earnest, work out what your planning application is going to be, because that's then going to carry through into the next stage, which is the technical proposals, where you actually need everything to be as accurate as possible. Because I know anybody's planning applications may be submitted. You can do as many as you like, and you can do as many parallel applications on the same site as you like. But and there might be merit in that for self-builders.